I'm meteorologist from Market City. It's Weather Madness time for Tuesday, and our flooding problems is not done yet. We still have another day, and we got today and tomorrow to get through before the rains stop for a little bit. To kind of stop for a little bit, and then they'll resume again. Come next week. We're not out of the woods yet with this weather pattern. All right, I want to show you a couple things here. First of all, on the satellite picture, you can still see this corridor of moisture coming up. All right, and look closely this morning. Right here, over top of Georgia, is the upper level low. Okay, this feature, okay, has to come up through the flow and out. Okay, this is the issue that we have to deal with yet, and why things are going to get worse before they get better. Because when this thing comes up and through, it's going to enhance rainfall up through this corridor again, and that'll occur later today through Wednesday into Thursday morning before it gets out of here. So we have to get this out first before the rains are going to stop. So folks here from North Carolina up through the Susquehanna Valley, Central PA, Lehigh Valley up into New York that have had flooding issues, even down into Virginia and Lancaster County, those areas. You got more to come yet, and it could actually become more enhanced as that feature goes on through. So keep that in mind. If you live near flooded or areas that are already flooded, they're going to flood more. If you're in flood-prone areas and you know it floods during this kind of situation, get ready to go. Okay, talk about flooding out here in the high plains with the big thunderstorms yesterday. We talked about the severe weather potential out there. Severe weather is going to head up into here. It's going to get severe weather-wise bad before it gets better later on this week and the weekend as severe weather starts to break out for the Midwest through the southern plains. And that's all going to be the next trough dumping in that's going to bring the more heavy rains into the eastern part of the country. So it's just, this weather pattern is, we're having more problems just by basic weather than we are from tropics hitting the United States. So keep that in mind. Even though we're not getting the tornadoes or the tropical systems, the flooding, rains, and the big thunderstorms that are occurring are causing more problems and more damage than anything else. All right. Let me show you something. This is the radar out of State College. You can see this morning the bands of the heavy rain coming up. Some of the flash flood warnings that were issued are out, but still some up across north central PA. Another batch of heavy rain coming up. Now, one thing about this weather pattern and these storms as the heating goes on, some of these thunderstorms will start to rotate. There's a lot of spin in the atmosphere, so some will start to rotate, and I won't be surprised to get these sort of quick kind of spin up tornadoes or just rotation that is seen on the radar that they might issue a tornado warning. We had one this morning close to DC, and yesterday up here in State College we had two of them go through. I had one, I was underneath one. It was really kind of crazy wild, man. The thing was just spinning away. But it might have been a little bit of a funnel in there, but you can get that in these kind of tropical air masses. So keep that in mind. Okay. So let me jump to this is the map we're going to be issuing today about the severe weather coming up. This whole corridor, this low has to get up through out before things get better. And this is the HRR model. And you just see these waves of thunderstorms and batches of heavy rain that just keep coming up. And, the model is trying to do its best in capturing the waves of thunderstorms. But it's just, they're just so tropical, it's having its issue sometimes with the distribution of thunderstorms. So as you go through the day today, it's basically watch your radars. That's the best thing you can do if you're in a heavy rain situation. Let's see here. What do I want to go to next? Severe weather-wise up here in the northern plains today for severe weather. Then things kind of calm down, but then we have to deal with. We have a cold front coming through that could produce some severe weather here and over in the Mid-Atlantic states by Friday or Thursday. All right. Here's this is the GFS model for tomorrow. Again, this is where your your system's, it's right here. It's coming through, enhancing the rainfall as it's coming through. And we get to Thursday. By Thursday evening, that system's out. Here comes the cold front coming through, a little bit of area of rain kind of sitting on the coast there. And then Friday, that cold front's coming through the Appalachians into the mid-Atlantic states, maybe some severe weather going on. And then we get to Saturday, you can see that here comes the severe weather starting to break out. A lot of heat and humidity coming up, and severe weather starts to break out, and that's just going to dump right back in to another rainy weather pattern setting up starting late Sunday into early next week. We're going to go through the same thing again, okay, with the squeeze play between this trough down here, and you can see this subtropical, this big high out here is just going to spin tropical air back in, and the heavy rain is going to return again. So, not a lot of good news out there. No, it isn't. So it's a nasty weather pattern. All right, I'm meteorologist Henry Marcus City.